What do you get when you fuse Halo multiplayer and Portal? Well, you get Splitgate. Let's talk about this. Alright, so this is Splitgate Arena Warfare, and as you can tell by the gameplay above, it's very much like Halo multiplayer mixed with Portal. And when I initially saw the trailer for this, I was really pumped to get involved with it, to play it, and to check it out. And when I was watching the trailer, I could easily tell, it had a lot of Halo aesthetic to it. It looked like it was going to play a lot like Halo, and it does. It plays a lot like the original Halo 3 multiplayer, but it's got a little bit of an arena shooter feel. I would say the TTK is a little bit faster, more similar to a game like Unreal Tournament or Quake 3 Arena, as opposed to Halo. But at the same time, you got your armor and your health, which regenerates when you stay out of combat. The weapon styles are a lot like Halo, like you got your battle rifle and the SMG. They feel and play a lot like the Halo model guns do. And then, of course, you have your portals, which if you've played the Portal games, you understand. You can throw 2 portals onto certain walls, and you can walk through one and it takes you through the other, which makes for an awesome amount of competition, but also makes for some crazy strategy that you can use in this game. Now, over the weekend they had a playtest for this, and it was a charity playtest. They were doing pros versus G.I. Joes, and they gave out some keys for some people to jump in and play. And I got my key late. I got it late last night, or yesterday afternoon sometime. And I was able to get in and play some last night. Now, the playtest ended late last night, so I wasn't able to play more. I think I played like 10 or 11 or 12 matches, somewhere around there. I wasn't able to play a whole lot, and I wasn't very good, especially for the first few matches, which is where I actually recorded this gameplay because I wasn't sure how long I was going to be able to play. But even though I wasn't very good, it was still a lot of fun, which is, like I've said before in the past with games, they need to be, fun first, competitive second. Now, this game has found a way to perfectly balance that. It's very competitive. You can get in, and, there's so much of a learning curve when you initially get into playing this game because, playing Halo with portal guns isn't as easy as you would think it would be. And there's some people that have been playtesting this game for a while that know what they're doing, and they own that game. They are really good, so the game gets really competitive. At the same time, it's a lot of fun, because even though I wasn't very good, and I was pretty much, a hindrance on my team, I was still having fun playing, and everybody involved was having fun playing. So, I mean, it's not so competitive that it takes the fun out of the game, because it's still really fun. It's still a good time to jump in and try to figure out. I can't wait to play it more and to just try to get better so I'm not so bad at this game. But yeah, because I think the last game I played that was a first-person shooter on my PC, I think was Halo Online, which I did a video about a while ago. And Halo Online, for the most part, was Halo 3, and I'd played Halo 3 for so long it was easy to pick up. But this game is different just enough to where getting into it, after not playing any first-person shooters on my PC, it took a little bit of getting used to. And so it is a ton of fun. That's the big thing about this, is it's a lot of fun, and it doesn't feel overbearingly competitive. You don't feel like you're getting in and you're just wasting your time and that you're not going to get better at the game, because for the most part I was playing with the same people every match, because there were so few keys that were actually going out, because it's an alpha closed playtest. I mean, it wasn't like it was a big open beta, so I was pretty much playing against the same guys every match, and I could see that I was getting better and I was figuring things out a little bit more. So it wasn't so much of a hindrance to where I was just never going to get better at this game. I never will get any better. You can learn this game. You can figure it out pretty easily and start to get better to where you're actually able to pull out the wins and have fun at the same time doing it. As far as optimization goes, this game is really well optimized. I was actually blown away. I was able to run this game on high settings while actually using Shadow Play to record, and was still hitting 60 frames per second. So I mean, this game's in alpha. I mean, I've not seen many games this early on in development be able to run this smoothly without being resource hogs. So this was actually really cool. I was actually able to record flawlessly, record at my highest settings, other than I took the recording down to 30 frames per second. I didn't want to record at 60, so I took the recording down to 30, but other than that, records at 720p, 1080p, and then I'm able to play the game on high settings, and it didn't affect my performance whatsoever, which I thought was really cool. One thing I would like to see them change or tweak a little bit is the way the weapons look. Now, The weapons have like basic skins on them. I'm not really sure. I think it's based on where you pick them up. Like if you pick a gun up on the red side of the map or the blue side of the map, they have different skins. It might just be based on the gun, but I think I've seen the same gun with like 2 different looks. But it doesn't really matter what team you're on. If you pick up a gun, the accents on it don't change. So like if you have a gun and it has blue accents on it, it's really easy to get confused on what team you're on, especially when it's at the beginning of a match. And I had it happen on multiple times where I was playing a game and I'd be on like the blue team first, and then I would go into the next match and I'd be on the red team, but as soon as the match would start, I'd have a gun that have blue accents on it. And it just instantly made me think, okay, well, I'm on blue team, and then I'm realizing, wait a minute, no, I'm shooting at the wrong people, or I'm getting shot at by people I thought were my teammates. So I would definitely tweak that. I think that would be the one, that's honestly the biggest thing I could say I would change. That and the way the weapons look whenever you pick them up on the ground. Sometimes they're hard to see. There's no real discerning features, especially if they're overlaying like on top of like what looks to be pipes or some kind of textures that have a lot going on in the texture. Sometimes it's hard to see the weapons laying there. So maybe like give them kind of a glow or highlight them a little bit more. I mean, you see the words above them that says, hey, there's a gun here. But at the same time, you can walk up to that and it looks like there's nothing there. And maybe that's just where the weapon's going to spawn, but it is actually there. So that's one thing I would change. But for the most part, that's really it. Small aesthetic things, which, like I said, the game's in alpha, so it's really hard to say that they're probably not going to tweak some things to make it a little bit more discernible and easy to understand. So I definitely don't think that's something that's going to be a problem in the long run when the game's launched. It's just right now is a little bit confusing. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a detriment to the game, because once you figure it out, it's pretty easy to figure, okay, we'll look up at the scoreboard to see what team I'm on, rather than, okay, well, I see red on my gun, I must be on red team. But other than that, there's really nothing I would change. But aside from that, the game runs and plays really well, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's impossible to get the hang of. I mean, like I said, I'm not very good now, but I only played like, by the time I started doing the video for this, I'd played like 4 matches. So you can get better at the game, and it is a ton of fun, and it's definitely a game I'm going to be playing a lot more of once it finally gets out of alpha. And anytime there's a playtest now, I'm going to be jumping in trying to get better, so when it does finally come out of alpha, I'm not getting destroyed by everybody. But that's all the time I got for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to know any more about Splitgate, I'll leave a link down to the website and their Discord in the description down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. But that's all the time I got for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you want to see more, please click that red subscribe button. If you want to make sure you know anytime myself or Nathan upload videos, please click that bell icon. And I will see you guys next time.